So here's one thing to consider. If you're married and you have children, most people, most couples, what they say is, okay, if something happens to me, then everything I have should go to my spouse, right? And then if we're both gone, then it should go to my kids. Well, here's something to think about. So I'm married, right? I'm married to Todd. We get along, everything's great, thank God. However, if we have that arrangement, right? If that's what's reflected in my estate plan, let's think it through, right? Let's carry it out. So what ends up happening if God forbid I pass away, and everything I have, everything I worked for, life insurance, everything, Todd just gets, my husband gets. That's fine. But then fast forward, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever, down the line. And let's say that Todd meets Ashley, and that's fine. I want Todd to move on. I want people to have a life, right? Like after me. But let's say Todd marries Ashley. And let's say that what I left when I passed away was, let's say, $1 million, between life insurance, whatever. That $1 million has been, right, in Todd's name. So Todd now marries Ashley. Todd doesn't do any prenuptial agreement, anything like that. Ashley has kids of her own. Now, I don't know Ashley. I don't know her kids. I'm sure they're going to be, great people. But the thing is, I want my assets to be enjoyed or to benefit Todd and my children, not Ashley, not Ashley's children. If Todd wants, he can work harder and he can provide for Ashley and her kids down the road. But I want my kids to be taken care of. The only way that I can do that, okay, that I can ensure that is by making sure that I have a trust and drafting it appropriately so that I can say, listen, if Todd has any financial needs, of course, you can use the money in that trust for Todd's benefit. You can use it obviously for my children. But what we're doing is we're protecting it. We're putting it, in a box so that if Todd gets married to Ashley later on, that money won't be up for grabs. And I'm not even saying that Todd would do it intentionally, right? Because he's a super decent person. But let's say that, Todd just doesn't get around to doing the planning and then he passes away. Well, he's now married to Ashley. So now is Ashley getting half of everything that was supposed to go to my kids? All of these things can happen. That money can then be subject to either the divorce between Todd and Ashley, or it can be subject to Ashley's creditors, right? So there doesn't have to be a nefarious intent here for people to try to take my money and take it away from my kids. It's just how things happen by operation of law, how you title assets, etc. So if you have kids, this is something that you definitely have to think about because in my opinion, and a lot of people, share that opinion, you should want your kids to be taken care of, and we can help.